Now the fun part, now we get to play with our eyeshadow. Now I do want to put a tiny bit of concealer on here so that it will work. This is Huda Overachiever in the color Macaroon, and I'm just going to put a little bit. Remember I told you a little bit goes a long way with Huda. And just a little bit here where I see some redness that peeked through. Right there. And a little bit on my chin. Okay, so let's take out our Hank & Henry sponge and just blend that in. And you want to just push it into the skin. Make sure it sets. There you go. And when you go on your eyelid, use the heat of your fingers. It melts the product better, in my opinion. Some people use a brush. I do too occasionally, but for now I think I'm liking the heat of my fingers. Just be very gentle, especially if you have loose skin and you have fine lines. You don't want them to settle in there, so don't put a lot of product because it will. Now there you go. So after that you can go over the concealer with a sponge, and it helps to just finish blending that in. Okay, so now that we've used our Overachiever, we're going to go to finally my favorite part, the eyeshadow. Now, I was thinking that we would go with these gorgeous colors here. We're going to go in with this color, and it is called Finish. It's called Finish General. I think I can't even read that. I don't know what that says. I can't read that. I'm blind. Yep. Finish Sensual. That's what that says. Sorry about that. Forgot to wear my glasses. Anyway, so we're going to go in that as an all-over color because I really like it. It's a very pretty, soft, like mauve color. So this is the color we're going on right here. All right, so I'm going to take this, and this brush is from... I forgot what the name of the brush was. We'll go back with that. But let's go in with the eyeshadow. I will link below the eyeshadow and the eye brushes if you want to know which brushes I'm using and the brands, because I forgot to wear my reading glasses and I'm blind and I can't read what it says. So I will link them below. Sorry about that. Okay, so you take just a little bit on here and just pat it a little bit because you don't want a lot, and you just pat it onto your eyelid using a sweeping motion towards. Now if you have loose skin like I do, I suggest just patting it in, holding your eye, not pulling too tight, just putting a little pressure there, and this way it's easier for you to spread your eyeshadow and it blends beautifully this way. Okay, just a little bit of pressure, not much. Hoping you could see that. Okay, so now I'm going to blend the other eye in the same way. Inside, a little bit on the eyelid. Okay. Make sure they're even. Now I go just above the crease of my eye. I do have some hooded eye problems, so what I'm going to do is just raise that crease a little bit so that my eyes appear more open and not as hooded. So with that, I'm going to take my other brush, which is so cute, and I will definitely let you know what they are. This is my crease brush, and I'm going to go in with the next color. It's not very dark, but I do like it. It is called Start Soft, and I'm just going to do a very soft look today. You know, nothing too glamorous, heavy. We will, if you want a glam look, please let me know in the comments below, and I will do a glam look with the eyeliner and all that other good stuff. Just let me know, okay? But for tonight, we're just gonna watch Netflix, so I just wanna look cute. All right, so we're going in with the color that I just mentioned right here in the crease, just slightly over the top of the crease of your eye. You see how I'm doing that? Just slightly over the top. Okay. Don't forget to tap off the excess and just take the brush and blend it in towards your eye and a little bit above. Don't get too close to the brow bone because we want a lifted look, but we want to leave a little bit of room to put maybe just a little bit of highlight there to even lift it further. Okay, so now I'm looking at my two colors and I really like them. They're very pretty. So I'm going to take my fluffy, this one I know, Luxie blending brush, and I'm just going to go in and clean up the transition line between the two different colors. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take my little tapered brush here. It is like, it's flat and it's got like a little square on top, and it's basically a eyeliner brush. I like to use it for underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the color that we had in the middle and the color that we used. So we're going to sort of blend that. So I'm just going to tap it in just a little bit and go right underneath my eyes and just follow that around to the middle of your eye. You can put how little or how much you want, but this gives it a nice smoky look, but it also makes your eyes look a little bit bigger. So we're just going to blend this in underneath. There you go. Make sure you go up. Now, if you have made a mistake and the eyeshadow isn't lifting your eyes, it looks more like it's going round, just take a little bit of concealer and you know, one of your brushes, your concealer brushes like this, and just clean it up. Or you can take a wipe, but if you do that, it's going to take off your foundation, so be wary of that. But I like to just take a little bit of concealer and just dab it on there and use my finger to make it blend in, and it looks a lot more natural that way. Alright, so now let's go over to that other color that we use, same brush, and just put it on the inside and join them in the middle. Put it at the beginning of your eye, right to the middle where we had the other eyeshadow, and just join those two together. And again, the colors, I'm sorry, the colors are Start Soft and Finish Sensual. So I did Finish Sensual from the outside corner to the middle, and now Start Soft is going to be from the end all the way over to the middle. Okay. Now I'm going to take my blending brush and just blend that a little, going up. There you go. Perfect. Now, what I like to do is to take a little bit of a highlight, not too much, because we don't want a lot of shimmer. And I've got this really pretty color here. It is Universal Delight. It's right here on the top. Universal Delight. Okay, so I'm going to put that just over the top in my brow bone. You see how that lifted that up? Just me doing that just gave me a nice little lift right there. And I just wanted to put a little softness and a little lift, not leave it bare. There you go. And I really love these colors. They're very soft, very blendable, and not much fallout. A little bit, but not too bad. So what I'm going to do now is, see how I've done that? I'm going to take this darker color. I'm going to feel a little adventurous here, and this is called Bubblegum, and that's this end one here, and I'm just going to put some right in the middle with my finger. So just take your finger, see, there it is, there's the color. It's got a nice little shimmer to it. I'm just going to put it right in the middle, go over my eyelid a little bit, and on the other side. Oops. Take your blending brush and just blend it out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm seeing a little streaking, so I am just going to, yeah, there's some separation. So some of the shimmery colors, this particular shimmery color is very pretty, but it does have some separation, so you have to be careful with that, be mindful of that. And there you go, that's the eyes. I'm going to be putting on some mascara and a little bit more eyeliner to spruce that up, and then we'll finish with some bronzer and the highlight and blush, and that will be our look. Okay, so let's take the eyeliner out again. And just define the eyes. Just go in the waterline and just give it a nice little line. There you go. So this is a very soft, you know, look. It's not going to be like the wing liner or anything, but I really like to have at least, if I'm going to the store or something, even if I'm wearing a mask, I want to make my eyes look nice. So at least I can feel decent. You know, it's trying times right now, and anything we can do to make ourselves feel better, I'm all for it. Okay, so a little bit more blending. And I do like a little bit of eyeliner on the top, so I am going to just lightly put a smudge of eyeliner on my top lid. Just a little bit. Let's see how that goes. There you go. And I'm not doing a wing, but I am connecting the bottom line to the top, sort of to give me more of an elongated look. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. And this is just, you know, a little line over the top. No flick at the end. Just a nice little line that we can connect with the bottom line and give us a nice elevated look. Okay, so that's that. See how it opens up my eyes? I have such little eyelashes that, you know, my eyes just seem to disappear sometimes. So these little tricks really do help to just elongate my eyes and make me look more awake and alert. Okay, so now my favorite mascara. Now I do have some really cool false eyelashes. I have the magnetic lashes, and I will be doing a tutorial on that. If you guys want me to, let me know, comment below, and we'll do a tutorial on just how you apply the magnetic lashes and how they wear. And if you guys want, do a question and answer with me on Instagram, and let me know if you do want me to do a tutorial on the lashes. Okay, so here we go with the mascara. And I'm just going to go in light, but it really does. You can see I don't have very many lashes. They're very small. As I've gotten older, they've shrunk a little bit. But it's been a challenge for me because my eyes have also gotten extremely sensitive. So to find a product that really, really works and I can wear and it doesn't make my eyes tear and be gone in an hour is amazing. So even the waterproof ones, I mean the high-end ones, Superhero, Dior, Show, all of those really, really bothered my eyes. And I don't know what it is about the Tarte, but I love you. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you do. Okay, so I do a little bit on the bottom just to open up my eyes just a little bit more. And I do that after I've used the mascara on the top. So this way there's only a little bit there and it won't smudge. Okay, so that's the eye look, right? Okay, so these brushes are gorgeous. I wanted to show you these. I got these from Boxy Charm, and they are Alamar Beauty. Now, this is a foundation brush. This is the bronzer brush, and this is the complexion brush, basically for concealer. As you can see, they're in rose gold. They are super, super soft, and I really do love them. The only thing that I don't like so much is this particular foundation brush is a little bit too soft. It doesn't have that density that I like. I have a kabuki brush that I absolutely love from Luxie, very similar to that one, but as you can see that they're denser. They're definitely packed tighter together, and they just blend beautifully. This one, I find the product sort of sinks in a little bit more, but they are beautiful, and I do use them occasionally, but I don't use the foundation brush as much as I use the contouring brush and the complexion brush. So that's what I will be using today. I will be using the contour brush for my bronzer, and then we'll switch over, do the blush and highlighter, and then we are all done. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope I haven't confused you, but here you go. This is from Lovecraft Beauty, and I got this in an Ipsy box, and I'm going to be going in with the color Seneva, right in the middle. It's hard to tell. It's a warmer color than it looks, but it's a really pretty color. It goes well with the eyeshadow color, and just make sure you don't put a lot, because you know how it is with bronzer. If you put too much on, it's really hard to take it off. Okay, so I start at the back. I don't like to have a big blob of bronzer on my cheek, so I start up high, and I just sort of sweep underneath and a little bit up above onto my hairline. So a little bit more. There you go. See that? Now, a little goes a long way, as you can tell. And I like to use it up above on my hairline to sort of blend everything in and make me look like I'm not a white as a ghost. So, a little bit here on the top. Contours your face. So let's do that E. If you have a sort of, my face is angular, but it also is round, so I like to do a little E on my forehead. So just go from your forehead, a little bit by the eyes, and just here at the top of the cheeks, just at the hollows. Okay, so this one is a little bit more aggressive, so we'll fix the other side so that they match. There we go. There we go. And just blend that in. Make sure you get it in really good so it looks natural, like the sun just kissed your face. And I go under my chin, right here on the contour, on the sides of my face, so it slims my face a little bit on the chin. Now, as you can see, it has sort of laying on my skin, but it's not really blending in so well. So I'm going to change my brush, and oh yeah, that's much better. This one is an Anna brush. I think you see that. Looks like it says Anna, but it's a really nice brush. Also got this in a beauty box. I believe it was Ipsy. So I'm just blending in that bronzer. Okay. So there we go with the bronzer. You always want to use a light hand, because too much makes it, it just looks so artificial and funny, and you want to look like you were kissed by the sun. All right, so now to my favorite Seraphine Botanicals palette. I'm going to go in with the color Petal Silky Pink right here on the bottom. Then I'm going to be using this gorgeous highlight above that. So you just take your blush brush. This brush is a blush brush because it's got just full round, sort of a dome head, and it's nice and fluffy, and it's not flat like a foundation brush or pointed like a complexion brush. It's got that nice dome, so that's how you know it's a foundation brush. Okay, so look in the mirror, and when you smile, make sure you put it up on your cheeks, because as you get older, your cheeks do fall down. So if you smile and then you put it on there, it's actually going to sink. So put it up a little bit higher, see where your cheeks are, smile, and do it right on the apple, and just a little bit. Just blend it in with your bronzer, because we want it to look natural. There you go. And a little bit goes a long way. There you go. Now, as you can see, if you don't smile, you're gonna miss your cheeks, but just be careful and make sure you put some right at the apple, not too close to your nose, but you know, you want to be rosy. Okay, so now my favorite part. Here comes my Huda. Now, this palette, like I said, is amazing. It's got some gorgeous highlighting. I do use some of the blush options, but I'll be mixing them. You'll see. It'll be all nice and glowy, and it'll take what I have and just enhance it without making it look gaudy. Okay, so I'm going to put my finger in the first color, which is Fiji, and this is the cream. This is a cream highlighter. Let me show you. Hold on a second. There it is on my finger. There's a cream highlighter, and it blends beautifully, and there you go. Sometimes you don't see it very much until you are on camera, and then it shows beautifully. So it does reflect the light really well, so be mindful of that. Don't put a lot. Little does go a long way, but you want to make sure you're happy with the glow. So I put it just at the top part of my cheekbone, and just a little bit over the top of my eyebrows here on either side. And I'm going to be blending that in with the foundation brush that I said was a little bit too soft. It's the perfect texture for blending this in, but not for the foundation, because it doesn't, it absorbs the, to me, it absorbs the product too much. But this way, it does blend beautifully with a cream product. With just a little bit. There you go. So now I'm going to take my complexion brush. I'm going to go right here into the gold, and it's called Seashells, and then I'm also going to hit Tahiti. I'm going to mix these two together, put them right on the top of that highlight, and there you go. Glowy, beautiful skin. And don't do too much. Like I said, a little bit goes a long way. Let's see if you can see that. So now, one more step, because I'm crazy about highlights. We're going to put a little bit more highlight on here. This one is called Dewdrop Illuminating Gleam. That's that one right there. I like the pinky color in it. So I'm going to take my little complexion brush, go over this, and just softly, there you go, put a little bit on top of where you put the other highlight. This is just for me. I like the combination of colors. I blend them together all the time, and I feel like a glowy goddess when I do. All right, now let's do that concealer that we talked about. Now that we've done all of the eyeshadow and everything else, I take my little fluffy complexion brush here that I haven't used. This one does not have a name on it, but it really is a nice brush. It's nice and full. I got this in Boxy Charm, and this one is perfect for just blending things together. So I'm going to just smooth out any fallout that I have from the eyeshadow. I'm going to take my Shape Tape in the color medium, and I'm just going to go underneath a little bit. I've noticed a lot of people on YouTube, they just really go crazy with the concealer, and it just, to me, it just looks too much. It's a little bit too gaudy, and anyway, that's just me. I don't like to have a lot of concealer just making me look unnaturally bright underneath my eyes. So I've gotten the Shape Tape, and I'm just putting it in with the brush at first, and then I'm going to be blending it in with my fingertips to make sure it melts beautifully. I'm just cleaning up any mistakes that I made, any fallout that I have with the eyeshadow, and this works beautifully. Okay, so let's do this, and then I just have to put a little highlight on my eye, and we're done with the eyes. There we go. Okay, so that is Shape Tape. I love Shape Tape. Shape Tape is amazing. Overachiever is very heavy and thick and goes a really long way. And Shape Tape is a little bit lighter, creamier formula, and it depends on what kind of look I want. If I'm going for that glam look and I really, really want my makeup to stand out, I will use the Overachiever. If I sort of want a more softer, more natural look, I will use Shape Tape. So that's that. And I'm just going to go back real quick in my Seraphine palette. I forgot to add a little bit of highlight in the corner of my eyes, which I really do like, right here, just to brighten it up a little bit. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that? Just a little bit right here. There we go. Okay. Little blend. And now we're just going to do our lips, and then that's it. That'll be my Netflix look. Tell me what you guys think. If you like any of the products that I've shown you, if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in the Get Ready With Me. Also, one more thing for the eyebrows. This is Billion Dollar Brows, and it's two-sided, and basically it's just a highlighter pencil, and it's perfect for just highlighting the middle of your eyebrow there. It makes it look lifted. See, this is without and this is with. Just a little bit right in the middle arch of your brow right there goes a long way to lifting your brow and giving you that wide awake look. Do a little bit here. You see what I mean? Some people also do a little bit of highlight right here to sort of lift the brow. It's not necessary, but it all depends on what your preference is. So you see, it looks more lifted. So I like to use a lip balm before I put on my lipstick, and I did so before. It's a little dry because of the foundation that I put on it, and I put on some foundation after I prepped it. After I brush my teeth, I basically just take a warm washcloth and I just exfoliate my lips a little bit and put some lip balm on afterwards. And now I've just put on this really great lipstick, lip balm. It's called Glow, and this is just so soft and makes your lips soft and dewy. I got this in Ipsy, and everybody complained about it because they weren't happy about getting, I guess, lip balm, but I was very happy and I really enjoy it. It's very soft and it smells really good and it works wonders. So, all right, so now we've put that on there. I'm just going to blend in the lip balm and the foundation together. Next step will be a lip liner. And I do line my lips because I find that if I don't, as I get older, my lips look a little bit thinner. And I don't want a huge full lips, but I do like my lips to be a little bit more fuller than they naturally look. So I'm going to use this pencil, and this one is also from Huda. That's my girl. And the color is in light pink. Okay, so basically to me it looks more like a mauve color, but she's calling this a pink. Okay, so tips and tricks. If you have some fine lines around where your lips and your mouth are, after 40, that's very common. Just be very, very mindful of just taking your lip liner straight into the corners here of your lips. What happens is that lipstick will settle in the corners, and it gives you, I call it old lady lips. It just looks like, you know, very smudgy and very aging. So lining your lips, make sure that you sort of just stop right before the end and give it a nice little round tip, and then on the bottom the same thing. I'll be showing you how to do that now. I'm going to try and do it in the camera. It's a little bit difficult, but let's see. All right, I hope you guys can see me because I am going to be needing this mirror. So basically, I just start on the bottom and I line just at the edge of my natural lip line. So just outside. There you go. Go slowly, no need to rush. It's hard to do, you know, the line perfect the first time, so don't go crazy. Just do a little bit at a time and stop right before the end and round it up. There you go. Just a little bit. Just don't go right to the corner. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now, the top lip is the most important part. Make sure that you do the same thing on the top and that it matches the bottom where you have rounded up your, tapered up your lip liner, okay? So just start, I like to pucker my lips and start at the top at the Cupid's bow, just outside. Okay, and also I've noticed that if I do not use a lip liner, the lipstick blends and sort of seeps into my fine lines, and it just really makes my lips look old. So lip liner is your best friend. This one is nice and soft and it goes on beautifully. I love Huda's products. She's just amazing. Okay, so draw the line carefully. And see how I stopped just before the corner of my lip? Same thing on the other side. Let's see if you can see that. It's like right there, and the corner of my lips right here. So it just stopped right there. Okay, now you can also, for fuller lips, draw right down the middle, on the bottom lip, and on the top, right on the sides, right here, and in the middle. Okay, I hope you can see that. Now, the best way to have your lipstick stand all day is to sort of fill it in with the pencil, which I'm going to do. Just a light little coating. It's a little tip to keep your lipstick on longer. And this pencil is so soft and just, it's got this really nice feel to it that it just really goes on very, very well. Okay, so now we're going to use the Donatella that I told you about from Pat McGrath. Here it is. And I like to have the little lips in the front when I am using my lipstick, so I'm just going to turn the barrel. And there it is, lip stain in the front. Okay, so apply a little bit. This is more of a matte formula, but it's a creamy matte formula, and I love it. It's pinky nude, is gorgeous. And this lipstick is very richly pigmented. I'll show you the color again. Again, it's called Donatella. Beautiful color. All right. So, because of the fact that I like to wear my lipstick and I like it to last a little bit longer, but I also like a little bit of a shine, I go over it with NARS. My favorite liquid lipstick is from NARS. And I don't know what the color is because it's so small. Look at that writing. You can't read that. But it looks like a mauvey color, which is very similar to the lip liner. So I'm just going to go over that in the middle, just a little bit, and a little bit on the top. The colors are very similar, so they blend beautifully together. Just give it a little blend there. And one more thing before we're done. Now we worked so hard getting all that done. Now I'd like to show you what I use to set my makeup, and this is from Pixi, and it's Glow Mix. This Glow Mist is amazing. It works beautifully, and you have to shake it because it's got a lot of oils and emollients in it, but not only is it refreshing, it sets your makeup beautifully and it gives you this wonderful glow. So spray it over your face generously. Don't forget your neck. Just speaking of the neck, one more time, go over it with your foundation. Make sure everything's blended beautifully. Okay, so that's the look. That is today's look for Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll be back soon, and we'll talk about all these beautiful products that I used today. And any questions that you may have, please leave them down below for me, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.